Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching, yes, the Yankees Entertainment and Sports Network.
It is an absolutely perfect summer day in Chicago. Perfect for sightseeing. Maybe you even want to take a dip, go for a little swim, and end your day, of course, at the ballpark. As the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. It's the Yankees against the White Sox in the third and final game of a three-game set. Hey everybody, Ryan Rucco alongside Ken Singleton. So happy to be with you here this Wednesday evening for Yankees baseball on Yes. Yankees have taken the first two games of this series. Last night, dramatic fashion, gritty extra inning win. And without Gary Sanchez and without Aaron Judge, the Yankees relying on Giancarlo Stanton and Miguel Andujar to step up. And last night they did.
They did. 4.5 hours worth of baseball here in Chicago, but Stanton came through with half the runs batted in for the Yankees, a two-run homer in the 10th inning, and the Yankees thought they had a chance to win this one. The White Sox came back and tied it. And then Andujar, you mentioned him, he had a big night. He too hit a home run in the ballgame. It was his 15th of the year. This guy is having a great rookie season, but it was later on in the ballgame he really got the job done. We're talking about the 13th inning, folks, and he comes through with a base hit. Didi Gregorius is going to score from second base, and the Yankees win a hard-fought ball game by a score of 4-3.
Both these righties have been locked in lately. You see Stanton numbers on the current road trip, a .320 batting average, and Andujar, .359 since the All-Star break. That's the third best mark in the American League. Now, one of the common themes throughout this series thus far has been the starting pitching that the Yankees have gotten. It began with Lance Lynn. It continued with CC Sabathia. Lynn went 7 1/3 innings, allowed just 2 hits, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. Last night, CC Sabathia, 5 2/3, just the 1 run allowed, struck out 12, his highest total in 2 years. And now the Yankees turn to Luis Severino, who took the loss last time out, but maybe found some positives throughout the outing.
Well, he struggled early in the ballgame against the Boston Red Sox at Fenway Park on the beginning of this road trip. Chin music from Mookie Betts that starts things off, but Steve Pearce had an answer for the Red Sox. A home run got the Red Sox off and running. They took the lead early in the ballgame against Severino. But he seemed to settle down as the game went along. He looked more like the Severino we had seen earlier this year. Fastball was popping as usual, up in the higher 90s. He left after 5 2/3 innings and a season high 115 pitches, but he looked a lot better towards the latter part of his outing.
You could see Aaron Boone was very appreciative of that 115 pitch effort. We take a look at tonight's pitching matchup. It's brought to you by People's United Bank. Severino 14-5, a 3.08 ERA on the season. Lucas Giolito goes for the White Sox. One's top prospect is 7-8 with a 5.97 earned run average. Well, last night in extra innings, Sonny Gray was the unexpected hero. We will hear from the Yankees right-hander and his exploits detailed by Meredith Marakovitz. That's next here on Yes.
prerogatives. Sonny Gray didn't start things off yesterday, but he sure was able to finish the job, tossing 3 scoreless innings in extras. After the game, I caught up with him in the clubhouse where he reflected on his first outing out of the pen.
It's been a tough couple of days for me, but everyone in this clubhouse, all the guys, coaches, players, support staff, everyone's had my back, and everyone's let me know that, and it was nice to come in a situation tonight and pitch well enough to get a win there in the in the extra innings, and that was big for me personally, and for us as a team. For me, the hardest part was that running from the bullpen. It's a long way, and then I got out there, and the umpire only let me throw 3 warm-up pitches because the time ran out, and I was just kind of like, you know what, just who cares? Just attack guys and see what happens, and just stay aggressive, and that was it.
After throwing 44 pitches yesterday, Sonny Gray will not be available tonight. He likely won't be an option out of the pen for the Yankees until Friday. Plenty more to come here when we return. Ryan Rucco will be joined by Kenny Singleton. First pitch coming your way after the break.
Brought to you in part by Buick. Visit TriStateBuick.com for great lease offers. By People's United Bank and need a new checking account? Don't pick one out of left field. People's United Bank, member FDIC. And by your Tri-Honda dealers, hurry to your local Tri-Honda dealer for great deals on all models. It is a spectacular summer day in Chicago. A cool breeze, plenty of sunshine, not too humid, and a great night for baseball. As we take a look at the Yankees starting lineup, it is brought to you by Lexus. Brett Gardner leading off. Giancarlo Stanton, the DH tonight. Aaron Hicks in the 3 spot with Greg Bird shifting up to cleanup. Gleyber Torres, last night's hero Miguel Andujar. Neil Walker plays second with Torres at short. Didi Gregorius getting the day off, and Austin Romine and Shane Robinson round out the Yankees starting lineup.
Well, on the mound for the Chicago White Sox in the finale of this 3-game series, 6'6" Lucas Giolito. And hard throwing right-hander gets a start tonight. You look at his numbers on the year, 22. This is his 23rd start. First ever against the Yankees. His record 7-8. That ERA is up there at 5.97. Opponents hitting .247. Let's check out our pitcher scouting report. Brought to you by your Tri-Honda dealers. Well, with the 7 wins, he's the top winner on the Chicago White Sox staff this year. But he's also leading the league in base on balls. And look out, hitters. He's hit 12 batters this year. He leads the league in hitting batters. So every once in a while, one can get away from him.
White Sox defense behind Giolito, presented by Geico across the outfield. Nicky Delmonico, Adam Engel in center. Javi Garcia in right. Yankees have seen enough of Engel. In the infield, it's Sanchez, Anderson, Moncada, Jose Abreu, and Kevin Smith back behind the plate to catch Giolito.
What is a haze in the air?
Yeah.
They shot off the fireworks as they do before every game, and wow.
Yeah, it's making its way over here.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah. Well, there's more of a breeze tonight, so I guess it's blowing that smoke around. Gardner ready. And the first pitch is in there for a strike from Giolito. 0-1. Yankees looking to complete the sweep after a gritty extra inning win last night. Yankees now 18-5 this year against the American League Central.
You can see a little bit of that haze from the exploding scoreboard here. And you look at Giolito, and he has the build of a classic right-hander, 6'6", #1 draft pick of the Nationals back in 2012. And he too, like Ronaldo Lopez, who we saw earlier in this series, came over in that deal from the Nationals for Adam Eaton.
And he had been the #1 prospect in the national system 3 straight years. You see, he was the 16th overall pick in 2012. Debuted in 2016 against the Mets. That was while with Washington before he was dealt to Chicago. Gardner takes ball 2. Giolito has struggled in first innings this year, an 8.18 ERA. And 22 first inning walks in 22 starts.
Yeah, as we said, he leads the league in base on balls, gets himself into trouble in that, and he doesn't get much in the way of run support either.
Gardner cuts and misses. Nice off-speed delivery from Giolito to fan Gardner for the first down. Let's take a look at the game time weather presented by Bigelow Tea. 78 degrees, a little bit of a breeze, and the forecast is perfect weather for baseball. After a couple of days with some rain on and off, although none of it affecting the game, tonight it is just spectacular after a gorgeous afternoon. Stanton takes a strike.
Stanton's had himself a pretty good road trip, 8 for 25 with a couple of home runs, one in Boston, one here. Look out. That was almost number 13. Looked like a slider just slipped out of his hand. If you're going to get hit with a pitch, it's a breaking ball or a changeup. Maybe even better, a knuckleball.
Now, Kenny, you pointed it out last night when Stan was up, and it's worth bringing up again. There is such an enormous gap in left center field when Stan comes to the plate with the way that angle is shaded towards right center.
Well, he was over in the right vicinity last night, and just the ball went too far. He couldn't get it.
Right. Into the seats. Two and two on Stanton. Pitch. And the count now full on Giancarlo Stanton.
Well, you saw the graphic where Giolito and Lopez were traded over here for Adam Eaton along with Dane Dunning. But that deal is kind of a toss-up as to who has won that deal, at least in the early going here.
Stanton works the walk.
Eaton's been injured for the most part for the last couple of years, and Giolito and Lopez, you can see them developing into what could be some bellwethers of their staff. They both have strong arms. They throw mid to high 90s. Just a little fine tuning, or maybe even just some fine tuning. Shouldn't say a little. There's some fine tuning for both of them, and they can become some successful pitchers from the south side of Chicago.
And they both pitched better of late. Last 2 starts for Lopez, and for Giolito his last 5.
You know, the White Sox, they're not going anywhere this year. They're 41-72. But as the season goes along, you want to see improvement of young players, and that includes the pitchers, position players. You want to see them improve. So it gives you some momentum going into next year.
The 0-1. Wave and a miss. Rare for Hicks to go out of the strike zone like that. 0-2. On Hicks.
You know, Giolito is going to walk a bunch of hitters tonight. You just be patient. Let him beat himself. You know, he's going to put men on base, and somebody comes up with a hit. Got some runs.
He has by far the worst strikeout to walk ratio in baseball. The difference between him and the second worst strikeout to walk ratio is the same as the gap between 2 and 17.
Wow.
That's how much he has struggled. He is lapping the field in that category.
But you can see the arm is there. It's just a matter of getting it under control.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Hicks chases. Second strikeout of the inning for Giolito.
As you said, very unusual for Hicks to chase pitches. It looked like as though he chased 2 during that at bat. And as you alluded to, Ryan, he has pitched better. Last 5, he's 2-1. ERA down at 3.19. Look at that. The first 17, 6.93 ERA. That's not going to win many games.
And that's what you're talking about, wanting to see that development throughout a season like this, where there's no question a rebuilding year. Greg Bird slides up to cleanup. Didi Gregorius getting the day off.
I bet you when Greg Bird came to the ballpark today, he was expected to play a right-hander on the mound, but I don't think he was expected to be hitting cleanup. I mean, he's 1 for his last 20. So this could be, you know, a vote of confidence from your manager. Go up there, be the cleanup hitter tonight. Take Didi's spot.
The 1-1. 1-2. Aaron Boone saying before the game today he feels like Bird is not far off, especially based on the contact he saw 2 nights ago when he was robbed of a homer and then lined out to the wall in right center shortly after that. Behind 1-2 here. And a check on Stanton.
Every once in a while, Stanton will take off. He's picked his spots well this year. 4 steals. He hasn't been caught. I don't think he's going here, though.
The 1-2. Fought off.
You know, Stanton and Judge. Now, Judge has a few more stolen bases, but they are, I would call, strategic base stealers. Close games, late in ball games, when you need 90 feet to get in scoring position. Here's CC, 12 strikeouts last night.
Had 22 swings and misses. His most since 2012 was started in June of that year against Tampa Bay. We were talking with him earlier today, and he was saying how tough it is, even this late in his career, when you don't have a good start, waiting those 3 or 4 days. So you know, after last night, it's a heck of a lot more enjoyable sitting on that bench today. Bird hits it towards the middle. Fielded behind the bag by Anderson, who will step on it and end the inning. So Giolito works around the one-out walk, and it's Luis Severino's turn next. Leading off, Yolmer Sanchez behind him. Jose Abreu, big 2-run homer last night to tie it in the 10th. He has been hot. Daniel Palca, Avi Garcia, Nicky Delmonico, the shortstop Tim Anderson, followed by Kevin Smith, who's hit well, and then Adam Engel rounds out the White Sox starting lineup.
Severino with a record of 1-2 against the Chicago White Sox in his career. Their season numbers 14-5. Trying to get back on the winning track here. You can see a lot of strikeouts, 159. Let's check out our pitcher scouting report brought to you by your Tri-Honda dealers. Got to get back on track. He's got to. Yankees are going for the sweep tonight. You know, the White Sox came in hot. They had won 4 in a row. Now the Yankees got them down 2, trying to get the 3rd one. Severino's lost 3 straight. Even though he's lost 3 straight, he's tied with Rick Porcello and Corey Kluber of the Red Sox and the Indians for the league leading wins with 14. He's trying to go for a career high 15. And last time out, just 5 2/3 innings against Boston, a season high 115 pitches. Let's see if that affects him tonight.
They'll face Moncada, who takes strike 1. Moncada struck out 4 times in last night's 13-inning game.
Yeah, he has been ice cold. 0 for 16, 1 for 25 with 16 strikeouts.
And Severino gets the call on that low fastball. It's 1-2.
Yeah, he didn't think that was a strike.
Here's the 1-2.
Oh, now Sevy thought it was a strike.
They're even.
Just a little bit inside. Man. Barely.
Now we got him. On the slider, 1 down. Take a look at the Yankee defense presented by Geico. Brett Gardner back out in left field. Aaron Hicks in center. Shane Robinson in right, and Duhar back at third after a couple DH days. Torres playing short with Walker at second. Bird at first, and Romine, after 2 days off for him, is catching Luis Severino. Here's Yolmer Sanchez. Made some nice plays at third last night. And he lines that into left field. Gardner will play it on a hop, a base hit.
Well, both Yoan Moncada and Yolmer Sanchez have been struggling. They both probably been saying why. Sanchez now 4 for his last 28. As we said, Moncada now 1 for his last 26.
And Sanchez means a base runner for Jose Abreu, who has been toasty of late and hit a 2-run homer off Zach Britton to tie this game in the bottom of the 10th last night. As Severino deals a strike.
Last night was home run number 20 for Abreu.
Fifth straight season with at least 20 home runs.
And this is at the start of his career. This is the one that tied the game. Yankees had a 3-run lead, 2-run homer, tied it up in the bottom of the 10th inning. But that sets the stage for Andujar's hit in the 13th.
Now, when the White Sox announced in front of the team this year that Abreu was going to be an all-star starter, he was sort of embarrassed. You see the production since 2014, but he really felt like he wasn't producing enough this year, and he apologized as he smokes that into left center field. That will get down and roll to the wall. Sanchez is going to score easily. It's an RBI double for Jose Abreu and a 1-0 White Sox lead.
He's not going to apologize for that. Third double. He's been in the league 5 years. Each year he's had over 30 doubles. Only one other White Sox player has ever had 5 consecutive years with 30 or more doubles. That's Maglio Ordonez. And the White Sox take a 1-0 lead. Not a bad pitch. He went down and got it.
He is one guy capable of that. So an early 1-0 lead for the White Sox. Severino looks to bounce back from his recent struggles. Now dealing against Daniel Palka with the runner in scoring position, 1 out. Palka lines that into center field over the leap of Torres. Abreu rounding third. He's heading home. The throw is cut off. An RBI single for Palka, and it's 2-0 Chicago.
Well, we mentioned the early troubles in his last start against the Boston Red Sox for Severino, and well, Sox have a different color. The White Sox jump out early here at the bottom of the first inning. Looked like just a spinning slider right there for the taking. Didn't get the best of Wood on it, but enough to get it into center field. Palka's got that kind of strength. Abreu's taking the lead. He's coming in to score. Hicks's throw is going to be cut off.
Visael Garcia steps in. There's a strike from Severino.
After his start against Boston, Severino said, "It's raining right now, but it won't be raining soon." Confident that he'll find his way back out of these struggles. It's such a drastic difference from what we saw the first 18 starts, where he was maybe the Cy Young favorite in the American League.
I'm not going to disagree with you.
And now an 8.28 ERA over his last 5, and obviously not off to a good start tonight. That could be 2. Nearly eats up Andujar. He just gets the force at second. 2 down.
Andujar was out here early taking ground balls at third base. And Torres, who was playing short tonight, was actually taking ground balls at short. That had a little irregular hop at the end. Kind of came up and hit him in the heel of the glove off the chest. Still had time to get the force, but no double play.
Aaron Boone was talking about the defense of Andujar before the game today and said they were working on his pre-pitch positioning and the way he readies himself as a pitch is entering the zone so that he's in the best position possible to maximize his range.
Third base, you need that quick first step. Oh, here we are. It's about 3:30 this afternoon.
Swing and a miss. Delmonico down on strikes. 2 Ks in the inning for Severino, but 2 runs for the White Sox. It's 2-0 after 1. This 2018 season, Gleyber Torres, first in the American League among rookies in homers and ribbies, 4th in batting average. And Miguel Andujar, 1st in batting average, 3rd in homers, 2nd in ribbies. They are very likely competing against each other for the American League Rookie of the Year award.
Well, everybody was talking about Shohei Ohtani early in the year, but he spent some time on the DL, and he hasn't been pitching because of the elbow injury. Hey, Hall of Famer Jim Thome recently into the inducted Cooperstown. Over 600 home runs. I don't think none of them were cheap. Well, he's adored in more than one major league city. Played for the White Sox, the Twins, the Phillies, and of course Cleveland. Cleveland, they have a statue of him out there.
Five-time All-Star and now a Hall of Famer. 612 homers, nearly 1,700 ribbies.
Remember John Flaherty saying when he played against Tomey in the minor leagues, said that he wasn't a pull hitter. He hit everything towards left field. Charlie Manuel was his first big-time hitting coach, taught him how to pull the ball. But Tomey had power to hit the ball to all fields. And could hit it out of any ballpark anywhere.
Torres walks on 4 pitches to lead off the second. Remember the home run Tomey hit halfway up the upper deck in right field at Yankee Stadium in the ALCS Game 6 after the Yankees had jumped out to I think it was a 5-0 lead, and he hit a grand slam to cut it to 1.
He's been known to do that. One of the nicest guys you ever want to meet, too. You see Giolito, he's got a 2-run lead, and all of a sudden he's kind of trying to open the door by the base on balls. They walked Torres on 4 pitches. First pitch to Andujar's out of the strike zone. This is how the Yankees just wait. He'll put you back in the ball game. He'll put men out there for you. Oh, here we go. Jim Tomey. Here it is. Uh-oh, that's David Cone. Cone had that look on his face. I'm not getting that one back.
That was way up the upper deck.
All right. David, if you're watching, that was Troy Benjamin. And Mike Medvin, your pal.
Now, lucky for David, the Yankees did still win that.
Yeah, they did. No harm, no foul?
There's a strike. You know, talking about Tomey being recognized in so many different places. He played less than 3 years with the Phillies, but he's on their wall of fame.
Yeah. I think he was injured part of the time he was there, and then Ryan Howard took over.
That's on the inside corner, and it's 1-2 on Andujar. As Giolito gets back-to-back off-speed deliveries over. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, Andujar chased upstairs, 1 out. Jim Tomey's 500th home run came in this uniform. And in walk-off fashion as well. You see the resume for Tomey: 22 seasons, 30-plus home runs in 12 of them, and now a Baseball Hall of Famer.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, he has the record for walk-off home runs. I think he hit 13 of them in his career. I remember seeing that the other day, and I thought that was an amazing total.
An outstanding guy who delivered on the field consistently. 1-1 to Walker. You are right, Ken. 13 for Tomey, most walk-off home runs all time.
Yeah, I thought I read that the other day.
Jimmy Fox, Mickey Mantle, Stan Musial, Albert Pujols, Frank Robinson, Babe Ruth, all with 12.
The only one who could catch him is Pujols.
Everybody at that top of the list is either in or going to the Hall of Fame. Boy, Jim got down from the booth real quickly. And he's sitting next to the captain. Walker floats that into shallow left. That may get down. It will. A base hit for Neil Walker, and the Yankees have 2 on with 1 out here in the second.
Now, sometimes in your first at bat, you get a hit like that, and you just dunk one in there. You figure, well, I'm going to hit the ball hard sometime tonight. Maybe this could be a 2-hit night, maybe a 3-hit night. Kind of fights it off, finds a soft spot in the zone out there, just over third base, down the left field line. And you can see Torres going to stop at second. There's Delmonico. A little too deep, couldn't make the play.
2 on 1 out for Austin Romine as the Yankees look to respond to the White Sox 2 runs in the first off of Severino. Pickoff play to second, and it just trickles behind Moncada.
I like the way Neil Walker takes his lead at first base. Looks like he's coming out of the starting blocks.
And he's not being held on, so he's really coming out of those starting blocks. Torres leading off second. Walker off first. 2-0 on Romine. That just catches the outside corner. 2-1. Romine 2 for 14 on the road trip. 2-2.
That was a good off-speed pitch. Had Romine out in front.
Giolito already at 40 pitches. Romine grounds it through into left field, a base hit. Rounding third and heading home is Torres. The throw offline. Torres scores. It's an RBI single for Austin Romine. And the Yankees have cut the deficit in half. It's 2-1 Chicago.
Yeah, we have mentioned many times that Romine's been a good hitter with runners in scoring position this year, over 300. Kind of belies his overall average of 256, but he comes through once again. Giolito looked like a fastball in, gets by Tim Anderson. Here comes Torres. And as you said, throw is offline. It wouldn't have gotten him anyway. And the Yankees are on the board. There's Delmonico's throw. And no problem from Gleyber Torres to score from second.
So the leadoff walk comes around to score. Still just 1 out in the inning, and now Shane Robinson up, getting his second straight start. He takes just down 1-0. Robinson was 0 for 3 last night before being pinch hit for by Brett Gardner. Make it 0 for 2 before Gardner pinch hit for him. Good stop there from Smith.
Kevin Smith kept that ball from going to the backstop. What'd you say? Smith was a quarterback at
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, yeah. No, not the Steelers.
Not the Steelers.
No, it's University of.
Yes, the Panthers.
Okay.
Robinson finds a hole as he slaps it to right. Rounding third and heading home is Walker. The throw cut off. It's a tie game as Shane Robinson delivers an RBI single. It's 2-2.
3 consecutive base hits for the Yankees to go along with that leadoff walk. And they have tied to score quickly after Don Cooper out to the mound. Let's see where this pitch is. Up, out over the plate. Good piece of hitting. Goes right with it. Shane Robinson runs it through the right side. And Phil Nevin not hesitating. Neil Walker. Come on down. It's a 2-2 ball game.
The Yankees threatening for more. Giolito's pitch count already up to 44. With just 1 out here in the second, 2 on, and now the top of the Yankee order. The only hitter on the Yankees who had seen Giolito prior to tonight was Neil Walker. Now everybody's got one look.
Maybe it was kind of appropriate he got the first hit.
Yeah. Oh, and 2 on Gardner. Gardner punches that down the left field line.
Well, that had a chance to score a couple of runs if it stayed fair. Brett Gardner, he's coming up on a milestone. He's got 198 career doubles. And had a chance to beat one of them a few more feet to the right. We got closer to 200.
This will be the 25th pitch of the inning from Giolito. Inside, and it caught Gardner.
There's number 13. 13th batter he's hit this year. He had 1 game against the Tigers. He hit 3. Gardner couldn't get the foot out of the way, just off the right foot there. He's going to walk down to first base.
So now the bases are jacked for Giancarlo Stanton. 26 home runs on the season, including 1 last night. Ball 1. Stanton's extra inning homer last night gave him 7 this year in the 9th inning or later, which is the most in all of baseball. Two and 0.
You're up here with the bases loaded. Struggling pitcher, struggling with his control. He's just apt to throw. He's just as apt to throw one right down the middle as he is out of the strike zone. So you just look for something you really want here on 2-0.
Didn't really want that one.
No.
3-0.
So what do you think? Same thing applies here. I think you let him swing, knowing that he has the experience that he's not going to swing at something out of the strike zone. and he'll take ball 4 for a run batted in.
Here's the 3-0. Swinging.
Yeah.
And it's 3-1.
Yeah, that was a strike. I like the fact that Aaron Boone lets his guys swing 3 in him. He's thinking, I got a home run hitting team. Maybe we'll catch a cookie and take a big bite out of it.
See if he gets another cookie here. 3-1. Big hack that time, and the count now full.
Two fastballs in a row. Let's see if Giolito's it. You know, if you're the catcher, you're thinking, well, that's the only thing you can really get over the plate. Multiple signs, of course, with a runner on second. Let's see what they do. 3-2.
Here's the payoff. Stanton hits that in the air to right and deep. Garcia back at the wall. It is gone. Grand slam, Giancarlo Stanton, as he squeezes it over the wall and right. And it's 6-2 Yankees. 6th career grand slam for Giancarlo Stanton.
Third home run on this road trip. Second in 2 nights here in Chicago. Just snuck it inside the pole and just over the wall, the 335 sign.
A 6-run second for the Yankees.
There's Stanton. Not too sure if he hit it. Well, he knows at least he has a sac fly if it's caught. And now it's out of the ballpark. Time to bake a cake.
First grand slam in 4 years for Stanton.
There's Garcia. He's going to run out of room about right here. Just fair.
Stanton continues to produce, shouldering a bigger load without Judge and Sanchez in the lineup, and impervious to that pressure.
73 runs batted in now.
Hicks hits it hard to right at second. Moncada throws him out. Let's take a look at that home run on StatCast AI, powered by AWS.
Yeah, this is not the longest home run Stanton's going to hit this year, but still exit velocity over 100, 102.4 on your dial, and 367 feet.
Greg Bird hits a towering fly ball to right. Garcia underneath it and puts it away for the final out of the second. But the damage is done, and most of it courtesy of that man. It's not his furthest, but it counts for 4, and it's 6-2 Yankees. Brought to you by Toyota. The Camry Hybrid is the official hybrid vehicle of the New York Yankees. We've asked on Twitter, how important is it for a team to receive contributions from everyone on its 25-man roster? Many of you responded, including Jay Curry, 1137, perhaps an alias for Jack. It's huge. Baseball is a team sport. When all 25 men are contributing, that's when a team can be the most dangerous. Follow Yes Network and tweet us your responses using the hashtag Yankees Camry Hybrid to keep the conversation going.
You know, it's not only the 25-man roster, it's the 40-man roster that actually helps the team win, because there's going to be injuries during the course of the season.
That's to short. Torres zings out Anderson for the first out. And Luis Severino, after allowing 2 runs in the first, sat for 23 minutes and now takes the mound, watching his team bat around and score 6. He has a 4-run lead.
Yeah, he's feeling a little bit better about things right now after the first inning. He allowed 2 runs on 3 hits.
Oh, 0-1 on Kevin Smith. Flied into right center. Hicks ranging way over, but Robinson's there. 2 quick outs. And Kenny, to your point about everybody contributing, Severino gets a couple of quick ones here. That Yankee clubhouse felt so good for Sonny Gray last night. After his 3 innings of work, picking up the victory out of the pen, his first relief appearance since his 2nd career game. And to a man, everybody was just gushing about how happy they were for Sonny after the week he's had.
It's, you know, he was due for some pats on the back, and his performance last night really uplifting the team, because he was the last man and they knew it. Aroldis Chapman wasn't available. AJ Cole had pitched the night before. Of course, Sonny was stretched out. Here's a nice pitch from Severino for a strike. So he was going to go as far as the Yankees needed, but as Andujar came through with the hit, and Sonny picks up the last 3 outs and has now got a 9-8 record. Now Severino trying to have a quick inning here. Here's the reaction of Sonny Gray after the final out last night. You can almost see a lot of pressure being relieved with that last pitch.
Engel just gets a piece to stay alive. In the postgame, Sonny Gray was talking about how he didn't want to think. Got him from the bullpen, was like, wow, this is a little bit further. They couldn't throw as many warm-up pitches as he wanted. He said, forget it. I'm not worrying about it. I'm just going to rip it and grip it.
Well, the Yankees won the game. They thought they had won it in the 10th, and then they came back and won it in the 13th.
9-pitch inning for Severino as Sonny Gray peers through the wall, watching the Yankees go to the 3rd.
J. Happ still expected to get the start tomorrow for the Yankees, so he will come off the DL. He had a pretty good first time out for the Yankees, going 6 innings, allowing just 1 run on 3 hits. The Yankees expect that he is going to be a good veteran presence down the stretch. They are happy that they are going to be getting him back soon.
And one of the interesting things, Meredith, just listening to Aaron Boone today, was him talking about how for Happ, he knows that Happ is just looking forward to getting back around his teammates and getting acclimated to a new environment.
Well, he's kind of been quarantined for a little bit, Ryan. He couldn't make the trip because of the hand, foot, and mouth disease. He did throw a bullpen the other day. He's been working out a little bit, feeling much better, of course, but it's been quite some time since he's been on the mound.
Little single for Gleyber Torres to right field.
And he only had that 1 outing with the Yankees. So is he even fully acclimated yet? You won't really know that, but I'm sure he's happy that the Yankees are returning and he can rejoin this team.
You know, Aaron Boone the other day, Ken, was talking about midseason acquisitions and saying how, you know, there's a lot of moving parts to a person's life when you all of a sudden are in a new environment. And just playing well when you get there seems to make it so much easier to acclimate to all those other life things. As Andujar drives that in the air to right, Garcia gets underneath it just in front of the track for the first out.
Well, you're right, especially if you're a family man. You got to uproot your family, or you're off to the next city before they get there, and you know, trying to get things straightened out when everybody arrives. You know, it's not as easy as you think. The first time I was traded, I was a single guy. That was okay. Just said, "What? Where am I going? Okay, I'll play up there." Second time was a little different.
Did you find it was difficult to just concentrate on baseball in those early days as you're trying to organize your life moving to a new city?
No, it wasn't all that bad because the team that you're going to, they try and make things as easy as possible for you. You know, and your new teammates. They tell you where the best spots to live are in the city that you go into. You know, maybe in close approximation to your teammates. You share rides into the ballpark.
You were single when you went from New York to Montreal, and then married on your way to Baltimore.
Yeah.
Walker powers that into center. Angle will catch up with it, make the catch for the second out.
See, Walker hit that one pretty well. Now, he dunked one in the first time, and he got the rally going, or helped him get the rally going for the Yankees. He was the second man on base last inning.
So he feels even with the baseball gods then?
No. You know, I can hear you asking Paul on the other same question. He said never evens out. Never.
Romine drove in the first Yankee run. There goes Torres. Pitch low. Torres. Safe.
He got a great jump. I'll tell you what, Kevin Smith did a good job of digging that out of the dirt and making it fairly close at second base. Not the easiest pitch to throw, and he throws from his knees as Torres picks up his 3rd stolen base of the year. Man, he made it closer than I thought he was going to be able to. Another look.
Pitch was a strike, as that will wiggle foul. You mentioned at the start of the series, Kenny, how the White Sox allow more stolen bases than anybody in baseball.
Well, he came in. The Yankees didn't steal any the first 2 games. It's the 94th that the White Sox have allowed.
Oh, 0-2 on Romine. Good stop there from Smith.
Trying to pick up another runner in scoring position. Romine did it his first time up.
It's the second time with Glaber on second that they've tried to pick off.
Yeah, they're trying any way they can to get Giolito out of this inning. A little bit of daylight, but not enough. The throw is off to the right field side of second.
This will be the 70th pitch already for Giolito. That is on the outside corner, strike 3. Romine down looking. So Giolito works around the leadoff single. 6-2 Yanks. By Mazda. Feel alive. If you don't feel alive after looking at that view, I don't know what we have for you. That is spectacular.
Yeah, unbelievable. This, I said last night, Chicago's a beautiful city. Depends on what season you get here. I've been here in the winter too. There's a lot of ice on that lake.
An especially beautiful city in the summer.
Yes, it is.
And early fall. And it's just a picture perfect day. Nice cool breeze. Sunny all afternoon. And Severino has just thrown his 14th straight strike. Moncada waves and misses 0-2.
Yeah, he helped him out on that one. Moncada he's kind of lost right now. Struck out his first time. 1 for 26 with 17 strikeouts. Tried to get him to chase another one. He wouldn't do it.
Moncada has 21 strikeouts in his last 9 games.
Yeah, it's not good.
Two and two. Rolled slowly to Severino, takes a funny hop, but Severino able to make the play for the first out.
Tell you what, Greg Bird had the quick hands on this one because Severino got rid of it with something on it. I thought the ball originally might have hit Moncada in the box. Wow. He had to throw the ball over him. And he's got a good target. Bird's about 6'5". Completes the play. Severino's a good fielder. He and Tanaka. It's a coin flip as to who's the best fielding Yankee pitcher.
Here's Yolmer Sanchez, who singled and scored in the first. And takes strike one.
98 at the knees. Severino's working a little quickly here, isn't he?
10 of 11 first pitch strikes for Severino.
The Yankees are going to have very early in the morning arrival back in New York. It's the second time on this trip.
Grounded hard, backhanded by Byrne, who'll go to the bag himself. 2 down.
After playing Sunday Night Baseball, they got into Chicago very early on Monday morning.
Stretch of 20 straight games.
And on both occasions, they had to play the next night. And they've got Texas coming in tomorrow night.
As Meredith detailed, it'll be Jay Happ on the mound for the Yankees. Jose Abreu hits with 2 outs, nobody on. An RBI double for Abreu in the first. Now, we mentioned Abreu is an all-star this year. Second time that he went to the all-star game. The first time was in 2014. He was a rookie, and it was Derek Jeter's last all-star game. And he was the one player Abreu really wanted an autograph of. He was afraid to go up to him, so he had one of the clubbies do it for him. And Jeter kind of got wind of what was going on. And Abreu is robbed by Andujar. So you'll hear the rest of that story next inning. Andujar with an outstanding catch to rob Abreu and end the frame. Yankees app. Customize your experience to get you every moment this season. Get Yankees home screen icons and features such as the MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking and game highlights, live radio broadcast, stats, news, and more. Download MLB app today. If Dick Butkus tells you to download it, you download it.
The best.
A lot of talent in the building tonight. Jim Thome, Dick Butkus.
He hit a few people hard.
Yeah.
Get a nice standing ovation from the fans here.
They know about linebackers here. Singletary, Butkus, Urlacher, who just went into the Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Just to finish that Jose Abreu story.
Yeah. I was waiting.
Yeah. So it was 2014. He's an all-star for the first time. And he wants Derek Jeter's autograph. Is afraid to go up to him as a rookie, so he sends a clubby. And Jeter kind of understands what's going on. So he goes over to Abreu himself and speaks to him in Spanish. And has a whole conversation to him in Spanish. And Abreu walked away and said, I had no idea Derek Jeter was fluent in Spanish. Thought he was an unbelievably nice guy. And he said that was his favorite part of being an all-star.
Derek probably got his autograph, too.
Abreu, a two-time all-star now with 20 home runs in 5 straight seasons to begin his career. Robbed, though, in the third by Miguel Andujar on a really nice diving backhanded catch. Gardner was hit by a pitch, came around to score in the second on Giancarlo Stanton's 6th career grand slam. Oh, 0-2. Was there a guy for you, Kenny, when you made your first All-Star team that you couldn't wait to see or talk to?
Trying to think, it was a long time ago. You know, I knew a lot of the players by that time. And the first one, the reason why I was so thrilled to play my first All-Star game, because it was at the Yankee Stadium. My folks were there. So that was pretty cool.
1977.
Yeah.
Here is Stanton, who has walked and delivered a grand slam. Oh, and 2 on Stanton. Now, Kenny, was that the year the right fielders were putting on a throwing contest?
Yeah, but those were the National League guys who did it. I wasn't out there. It was an American League team. That was Winfield and Dave Parker. Yeah, Ellis Valentine, I believe, was there. These guys could throw.
That's on the outside corner, strike 3. So a 1-2-3 inning for Giolito as the Yankees go down in order. It's 6-2 Bombers as we head to the bottom of the 4th.
Yes, is Saturday, August 18th, as rookie phenom Jesus Medina and the rest of the boys in blue head to the city of brotherly love to take on the Philadelphia Union. Coverage begins at 7 o'clock, presented by Etihad Airways, right here on ES.
Well, Severino with back-to-back quick innings, 6 up, 6 down. Let's see if he continues on that pace here.
On the Audi scoreboard, 6-2 Yankees.
'98.
Severino #1 in baseball for average fastball velocity among starters.
That's when you can tell a pitcher has a good fastball. When a hitter's up there with a 2-0 count looking for a fastball, he still can't hit it.
And then on 2-1, he fouls it back.
And he's still a little late.
Severino threw 18 pitches in the first, 20 total, second and third. Fast pitch speed analytics sponsored by Fios by Verizon. 99 on that last delivery. 98 on that one. Fly ball center field. Hicks, one down.
Went with the 3-2 slider. Unlike the first inning, he's got a nice little rhythm here. This is not the best one he's going to throw. It's kind of up. Palka had to reach for it a little bit. Skied at the center field.
Severino gave up 2 runs in the first, but then the Yankees responded with 6 in the top of the second. Give him a nice cushion to work with. Strong starts already in this series from Lance Lynn and CC Sabathia.
They did.
1-2. Much sharper slider. He's ready to go.
Yeah, he's not messing around these last couple innings here.
Strike 3. Another nasty slider. And the 4th strikeout for Severino.
Check this on Yesmo, brought to you by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealer. There's a slider. Garcia cannot check. He's guarding against the fastball. It was not a fastball.
Now, the Yankees so far with 35 strikeouts through the first 2+ games of this series. Should they get 5 more, it would be just the 4th time in franchise history they struck out 40 batters over a 3-game series. Last night they struck out 20.
Well, there's only one other team in the league that has struck out more than the White Sox. And the Yankees are going to face them next, the Texas Rangers.
So maybe the streak stays alive.
The Yankees are 3rd in the league in striking out.
The 1-2. Foul back. Speaking of Texas and strikeouts, Joey Gallo, 29 home runs this year, but 154 strikeouts.
He and Moncada got the race going, huh? Who's going to lead the league in striking out this year?
Strike 3. Severino delivers a nasty changeup and works another 1-2-3 inning. It's all up from there.
Oh, my goodness.
On the GMC scoreboard, Yankees a 6-2 lead, top of the 5th inning. As Hicks shows bunt. Brett Kennedy is a Fordham University guy, so I want that career to turn around for him. So does Michael Kay.
Did you know that before? You knew he was from Florida?
I did.
Yeah, cool. Let's see, but didn't Pete Harnish go to?
Yeah, that's right.
Pete pitched for Baltimore for a while.
Brett Kennedy was the 327th pick of the 2015 draft. Worked his way to the big leagues. The 1-2. Hicks hits that in the air to right and deep. Garcia back, looking up. It is gone. Home run number 19 for Aaron Hicks. And it's 7-2 Yankees.
Well, each time he hits one, it's a new career high. And it looked like it was a hanging breaking ball, but he jumped all over. Plenty of smiles in that Yankee dugout. Look at Didi. Doing his Hicks impersonation. Let's see. He wants that ball down. It's a breaking ball. No. The thigh high and gone. Here's Didi imitating this swing. Number 19.
I was talking recently with Hicks about his numbers this year and how he is second in almost every major offensive category among American League center fielders to Mike Trout. And I was going through and saying, you know, do you pay attention to that? Do you know this stat, this number? He said, the only thing I pay attention to is how many home runs I have compared to my teammates. I'm trying to keep up with them. I don't want Didi having more than me, talking trash. I want to make sure I'm staying in the race with those guys.
He's still one behind Didi.
And those two love to go back and forth. That's a long run. Sanchez, boy, he mistimed the slide and then popped up a little short.
I think he felt he was a little closer to the wall there, and that's why he went into the slide. Yeah, he's following the ball. He's not exactly sure where he is, and he comes up a little short. He had a long way to go, though. The shift was on. He checks to see where the left fielder is, and then he realizes he's the only one who has a chance. Good effort.
Two and two on Bird. Strike three. Got him looking. Taking a look at the exit velocity on the Hicks home run. It's presented by Spectrum Internet with faster download speeds and better performance.
99.4. And 389 on the distance. Launch angle, 32 degrees. That's a warm day in the wintertime here.
So the Yankees now with 2 home runs tonight.
Yeah.
They had 2 in each of the first 2 games of this series. And this after having just 3 multi-home run efforts in their first 15 games after the All-Star break.
Are they heating up again with the long balls, Evan?
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
Remember, they entered this series 25th in the league in home runs in the second half of the season after they had by far the most in majors in the first half. Maybe a market correction beginning here in Chicago.
Well, that kind of corresponds with Judge and Sanchez being out of the lineup. Those are 2 big home run producers.
Torres has walked and singled, has a stolen base, and is ahead 3-1 on Giolito. Ball 4 to Gleyber Torres. Let's send things back to our Yes Network studios. What's going on with the Red Sox, Bob Lorenz? All right, Bob, a lot of offense over the last 2 days in that series. As the Red Sox continue their winning ways.
It's been kind of a strange game. Nobody's warming up for the White Sox. Giolito is coming up on 100 pitches. He's struck out 7, he's walked 3, and he's given up 7 runs.
And the White Sox bullpen taxed last night in the 13-inning game. Remember the first game of this series, they actually used position player Matt Davidson to spare some of their relievers.
How many days rest does he need?
Might be back out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Andujar has really hit well since the All-Star break. We take a look at the league leaders, brought to you by your local Tri-State Volkswagen dealers. 359 since the All-Star break. That's third best in the American League.
Look at Rougned Odor. The Yankees will see him. I think he had a 5-for-5 game with a double and 2 home runs.
He got off to a very slow start this season too, and is made up for it. That's rolled slowly to short. Anderson cannot make the play, and we'll see how they score it.
I think that's going to be an E6.
And it is indeed an E6 on Anderson.
It's not a routine play, but it's one he should have made. Didn't it look like he put any leather on it? Hit him in the forearm. Charging this ball. Well, the ball did not hit the lip, but it hit the edge of his glove. I was thinking it might have taken a funny hop off the lip of the grass here, but it didn't hit it.
So Giolito now with 2 on, 1 out. Walker up. And now some stirring in the White Sox bullpen. No one throwing yet. Walker smokes that, but right to Moncada. Couldn't get it out of his glove as he attempted to go to second for 2. It's still stuck in there. Oh yeah, now he has it.
Throw the glove.
We've seen El Duque do it.
Yeah. I think the same thing happened to Andujar on that last out. Yeah, he had plenty of time to get it to second. He just the ball's not coming out.
That almost ripped through the webbing.
Yeah. Neil Walker hit that on the nose. Oh man, a weak quick. Here it is, El Duque. Ground ball. He can't get the ball out of his glove. This is legal, folks. Throws his glove to Tino Martinez for the out.
I mean, that was a long way to throw the glove too.
Ain't a strong arm.
It's not like he ran it halfway. No, he takes 2 steps and then chucks it. And then calls time. Romine is robbed. Back-to-back bullets, both finding gloves. This time Sanchez snares that one, but the Yankees add on another. Aaron Hicks, a solo shot, and Didi Gregorius pantomiming the stroke. Facebook Live pregame production meeting from our Yes studio as producer Jared Boschneck, Bob Lorenz, Jack Curry, and others set the table for the Yanks' upcoming series with the Texas Rangers. So go to Yes's Facebook page tomorrow at 4:30 for this special behind-the-scenes look. GMC scoreboard, Yankees a 7-2 lead. You ever gotten to take part in one of those Facebook Live meetings?
Well, no, not recently, but before they started doing that, those meetings are like classics.
Yeah.
I mean, Jared is he's like the general. You know, he takes over the meetings. And
really upped his fashion game this year, too.
Really? Oh, my goodness.
Big strides.
In what regard? I thought he was a sharp-dressed man.
I'm not saying where he came from. I'm just saying where he is.
Little ZZ Top, sharp-dressed man.
Let's just say his suits now fit very nicely this year.
Okay.
Anderson shoots that to right. Robinson back on the track at the wall. It's gone. Tim Anderson takes one out to the opposite field off of Severino, and it's a 7-3 game.
Anderson has some pop. That's his 15th home run of the year. There's your exploding scoreboard. Looked like a pitch that was up in the middle of the plate, and Anderson gave it a ride to right field. Yep, whatever it is, it's upstairs, just underneath the number 7. Former #1 draft pick.
Ends a string of 11 in a row retired by Severino.
The ball was hit. I thought Robinson might have a chance at it. The ball just kept going and going and going.
Yeah, that one just carried out. Anderson had been 0 for 10 in the series before that. One and 2 on Kevin Smith. Strike 3. Got him with the slider. 6th K for Severino.
That slider had some disappearance to it. Now you see it. Now you don't. Gone. Starts in the zone, ends up out of the zone. Looked like it was right down the middle. Ended about a foot outside. Another good one.
Feels like that slider has gotten sharper as the game has gone along for Severino.
That was an after home run slider. Here's another one. You can see the
smoke from the exploding scoreboard.
Exactly. When it starts blocking out the lights, you know you're in trouble.
Swing and a miss. 3 straight nasty sliders from Severino. He now has 7 Ks.
It's like that home run woke him up. Man, that wasn't even near the zone. Engel went after it. To a changeup.
behind Moncada, 3-0 now. There's a strike. Moncada with 1 strikeout so far today, 4 yesterday, and 3 in the first game of the series. That's looped into left. It'll drop in for a base hit. First hit of the series for Yoan Moncada.
Well, he got a hit on the count as Severino fell behind. Probably had to get too much of the plate. You know, when you're striking out as much as he does or has been lately, once you get the 2 strikes, you feel like here we go again.
Swing and a miss, 0-2. 97 from Severino. Runner goes, pitch high and in, throw down, in time to nail Moncada. Outstanding throw from Austin Romine.
I think the Sox are going to check this one. Not only was the throw, but the tag by Torres. Yeah. The Yankees are walking off the field as if that's the 3rd out. And I don't know if the White Sox are going to challenge. Nope, they're not.
And no reason to after that outstanding tag from Torres on the bullet throw from Romine. Stadium this Saturday afternoon, August 11th, when the Yankees take on the Rangers. It's Yankees baseball card pack day, and all guests in attendance will receive a pack of Yankees baseball cards courtesy of Topps. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com, visit the Yankee Stadium ticket window, Yankees Clubhouse shops, or call Ticketmaster at 877-469-9849.
New pitcher for the White Sox. Genmar Gomez.
Yes. He will face 9-1-2 in the Yankees order. Robinson, Gardner, and Stanton. So Robinson chops that to short. Anderson will throw him out. 1 pitch, 1 out. It was an outstanding throw by Romine to end that inning, and you made the point, Kenny, a terrific tag from Gleyber Torres, and it's a nuanced thing to evaluate, but we've seen it enough this year to know Torres is just outstanding with his hands around the bag.
Quick hands. You need quick hands to hit. In this case, the quick hands to his benefit with the tag. You see it hit it on the knee. Got the tag on the knee, and he's out. White Sox decided not to challenge. Playing shortstop tonight. Didi's got the night off. Used to playing every day. You sit on the bench and what do I do? Besides root, you get the pom-poms out.
His mannerisms and actions in the dugout on days where he doesn't play, it almost reminds me a little of Derek Jeter, just constantly going up to different people, trying to find conversations, little stir crazy, instigating a bit.
Don't bother me. Can't you tell I'm playing? Look out, man. Gardner's already been hit 1 time tonight. I can see this would have been the night that gave him the night off. I mean, the Yankees are going to get in early in the morning. The game tomorrow night. Didi's been in there just about every single day. There's something about that right foot of Brett Gardner that the White Sox pitchers like. Giolito hit him in the right foot back in the 2nd inning during the Yankees' 6-run outburst.
That outburst in the 2nd included RBI singles from Austin Romine and Shane Robinson, and then a grand slam from Giancarlo Stanton, who just snuck it over the 335-foot sign down the right field line and just inside the foul pole. The other run coming courtesy of an Aaron Hicks solo shot in the 5th. Inside, ball 4. Gardner works a walk. He's on base for a 2nd time tonight. Check on Gardner. One and one. Talking about the outstanding Giancarlo Stanton numbers over the last 2 months, say. Since June 18th, he is 3rd in the American League in batting average, hitting .335 entering this game. Only Mookie Betts and J.D. Martinez have hit at a higher clip. High chopper towards the middle. Anderson, nice hop. Little pick. throws out Stanton for the out as Gardner advances to second.
That was kind of the play where he got the error, but this time he makes the play. He made this look easy. It wasn't. Short hop, throwing on the run. He gets Stanton. Gardner's going to move down to second. Nice play by Tim Anderson.
Hicks extended his career high in homers to 19 with his shot the fifth.
Starting him off with a couple of changeups. Sometimes when you're hitting, there's a base open here. Another lefty on deck and Bird. Let's see if he goes 3 in a row with the changeups. If I was hitting, I would kind of have that on my mind. Like with the base open, he's not really trying to pitch to me. Another changeup.
And another ball.
Yeah, it's almost as if they're pitching around Hicks to get the Bird, who's been kind of struggling lately. And let's see if he gets the 3-0 green light here. You're trying to think along with the pitcher when you're up there. Yeah, sometimes you're wrong.
Wanted no part of it.
No, he didn't. You can almost tell by those first 2 pitches that with the base open, he wasn't going to get much to hit. That's why if I were hitting, I would have been sitting on a 2-0 changeup, but it was a ball.
Here's Greg Bird, who could really use a hit. Robbed of a homer the first game of this series. And in a little bit of an extended drought now.
He had gotten his average up over the 230s. It looked like he was moving in the right direction. Now he's back down to 212.
He's 1 for 23 on the road trip. The 1-1 way outside, and it's 2-1.
Well, now he's kind of in the driver's seat. Chance for the Yankees to tack on here as we're getting towards the latter stages of the game.
The 2-1 and 2-2.
And Gomez flips another changeup up there behind in the count.
Bird rolls that to second. Moncada will throw him out. And the threat ends. What a gorgeous night in Chicago. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 7-3 Yankees. Show on Yes for in-depth Yankees talk, plus an entertaining twist on the latest headlines from around the sports world. That's every weekday at 3, right here on Yes. Luis Severino back to work. 7 strikeouts on the evening. And after allowing 2 in the first, he has pretty much been in cruise control. The one blemish, a solo home run from Tim Anderson to lead off the 5th. That sort of just took off and got out in right field. Ryan Rucco, Ken Singleton, Meredith Morakovitz with you. Our entire Yes Network crew, appreciate you hanging out with us on this Wednesday night.
Yankees trying to make it 3 in a row here in Chicago.
Hicks a couple steps in to make the catch, 1 down. And the Yankees bouncing back, turning the page from what was a really tough weekend in Boston.
Yeah.
Began a stretch here in Chicago in which the Yankees will play 27 straight games against teams with losing records. And that's something that actually gave the Yankees a little bit of trouble earlier in the year, but entering this game, they've won 6 of their last 8 against sub-500 teams. So starting to take care of business in those games and trying to continue that trend tonight.
You were talking about Abreu with his 20th home run, 5 straight years now with at least 20. I was reading where only 2 other players in the history of baseball have started their careers with 20 or more home runs and 30 or more doubles in each of their first 5 seasons. Ted Williams and Albert Pujols.
And another hit for Abreu.
And he's a good hitter.
Ken, you feeling like a little trivia right now?
Is that what we're going to do?
I think so.
Well, let's see.
We got the music and we got the question. 2 players who played in the 2005 World Series with the White Sox also played in the 2000 World Series. Can you name them? I've got one.
I think I've got one too.
We'll give you the answer in the top of the 7th. Severino delivers a strike. Now, to your point about the consistent production from Jose Abreu, there was a lot of talk about him perhaps being a name that could be on the move around the trade deadline. He has 1 more year of control for the White Sox, who are in a rebuild, but he loves it here with Chicago, wants to be part of the turnaround, and the White Sox also love what Abreu does for the younger players. Bird gloves it, goes to second for 1, back to first, not in time. Palka beats it out. But there's something to be said for that, Kenny, making sure you still have some veterans, not only producing as Abreu has, but who have the right temperament and mentality to bring along and show your young players the ropes.
Yeah, well, he's the marquee player as far as the White Sox are concerned. And he's the player that the fans, when they come out here, he's the one they want to see. And he's been the big producer since coming from Cuba. We told you what he's done in his first 5 years.
Severino's pitch count in pretty good shape. If he can retire Garcia quickly, should be able to stay in there for another. But it's 0-2 on Garcia.
got him to chase his slider last time. This time Garcia wouldn't bite. Let's see what they go with here.
1-2. Again held up on the slider. That time was a little more tempting.
Yeah, it was a little closer. Not quite close enough to the plate to get him to go for it.
Tipped. Still 2-2.
That one was not as good as the previous two, and Garcia had a good swing at it.
Lofted in the air to right center. Hicks had him played perfectly. Inning over. Severino has pitched 6 quality innings, and the Yankees have a 4-run lead. The 05 World Series with the White Sox, also played in the 2000 World Series. Can you name them? All right, Ken, let's go one apiece. I'm going to say El Duque and
Timo Perez.
Let's see. Oh, we're hot. Orlando Hernandez and Timo Perez, and Yankees fans will never forget Timo because of this play. Todd Zeile goes off the top of the wall. Perez not busting it, and Derek Jeter makes the throw to home. Posada, the scoop, the tag, and a big play in what turned into a 1-run Yankees win in Game 1 of the 2000 World Series.
Whoa. Good play by Posada at the end of that, scooping that throw out of the dirt.
Cadillac scoreboard, 7-3 Yankees.
Derek throwing on the run.
And a nice relay from David Justice out in left field.
Well, got to give him some love on that play.
You know, David Justice produced one of the greatest fan home run catches I've ever seen in Yankees history on this date. As Torres shoots that into center. You may remember the game against the A's, where he and Bernie Williams turned a 3-2 deficit into a 4-3 win on back-to-back pitches. Bernie went yard off Jason Ittringhausen, and then Justice did in walk-off fashion on this very day.
In other words, no need to stick around, huh?
That's right. And unless I'm remembering incorrectly, there was a fan in right center who caught Justice's home run in his beer cup. 1-1 on Andujar. That was in 2000, by the way, Kenny.
That Justice did that?
On August 8th. One and two.
Andujar looking for his first hit of the night. Usually we don't say that this far into the game.
Andujar, just the fourth Yankees rookie ever with 15+ homers and 30+ doubles. Joe DiMaggio, Alfonso Soriano, Hideki Matsui, the others.
It's a good company.
Feels like every day Andujar and Torres are doing different things that have some pretty special company when it comes to rookie seasons in Yankees history. It's now full on Andujar.
I mentioned the other night about the thought in spring training. Can we start the season with 2 rookies? Where would they be without these 2 guys?
And Andujar takes the walk. So 1-out base runner for the Yankees. Now this day in baseball history also meaningful here in Chicago. 30 years ago to the day, the very first night game at Wrigley Field. 1988. The lights installed and working.
Wow. All those years of day games.
Now the irony of it was that game actually ended up getting rained out. So the fans had to wait just a little bit longer to see the lights in use. Rick Renteria goes to the pen with 1 out in the top of the 7th. 1 on, and the Yankees up by 4. The Montefiore Doing More Player of the Week. Miguel Andujar, Giancarlo Stanton, Gleyber Torres are your candidates.
Making his first appearance of this series is Hector Santiago.
Spins Walker around.
Let's see, the last time Santiago pitched was August 5th at Tampa Bay. He also made a couple of 7 starts this season. And he went 2-2, which isn't bad, but the ERA was 6.12. That's probably what got him sent to the bullpen.
There's a strike. Santiago started his career with the White Sox and played for the Angels and Twins, and now his first year back with Chicago. Runner goes, pitch high, base stolen for Andujar.
Not even a throw by Kevin Smith. He got such a good jump. And Andujar finally moving off of 1 stolen base. This is his 2nd of the year. And it looked like Smith couldn't get the ball out of the catcher's mitt either. Good jump off with the first move. Not even a throw.
It's called strike 2 on the inside corner. The count full on Walker. Swing and a miss. 2 down. Here it is, Kenny. 2000. Bernie Williams, first pitch of the 9th. Gone. Tie game. 3-3. Very next pitch. David Justice. Yahtzee. And watch the catch. Boom!
Yeah.
In the cup.
His cup runneth over.
A walk-off home run from Justice. And back-to-back homers to end it. That was in the cup and reaching over too.
Yeah, that's right. That's good thing he caught it. That would have been a waste of a good beer. Here's another look.
Yeah, look at this catch. Man.
That's awesome.
That's what I'm saying. That's one of the greatest catches I've ever seen from a fan on a home run.
And leaning over, too.
On a walk-off.
Yeah.
You keep the ball in the cup.
Yeah. Drink the beer. Now, were you watching that game on television?
Yeah.
Yeah. Our producer Troy Benjamin's having fun with it. He thought it was past your bedtime.
He did. I was 13. It was close.
Yeah, okay.
but Mom and Dad would always let me stay up for the end of Yankee games. That was the exception.
It was summertime.
On the inside corner, strike 3. Romine down looking. 7-3 Yankees. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Severino coming back out. From you on the post game as we take a look at the game summary brought to you by your local Nissan dealer. There was that 6th spot in the 2nd, courtesy of the Stanton Grand Slam that Bob and Jack were talking about. 7-3 Yankees lead. Severino settled in after giving up those 2 runs in the 1st. Jose Abreu, again, a productive offensive night for the White Sox. Oh, yeah. Nice selfie. Oh, taking one with everybody. Get in there. That's driven into left center field. A base hit. That'll roll to the wall. Delmonico speeds into 2nd with a leadoff double.
Trying to get it out over the plate. This ball was a little bit towards the middle. And Delmonico runs it to the gap in left center field. It's his first hit of the night after striking out twice.
Cadillac scoreboard. Yankees a 7-3 edge. Severino 7 strikeouts tonight. Grounded a short, runner going to 3rd. That's a mistake, and the Yankees take advantage. Wow. Quick hands from Torres, good tag from Andujar, and a big no-no from Delmonico.
Now, first of all, it's a mistake at any time, but it's even more of a mistake when you're 4 runs down. You're already in scoring position. Ball's in front of you. It's hit pretty well. Torres with the accurate throw. There's the tag. Delmonico is out. And now there's 1 out and a runner on first base. Tried the old swim move. Yeah, but he's out. He tagged him just above the number on the uniform. Not a good base running play. Those are the type of plays that used to get you yelled at.
I can only imagine Earl Weaver's reaction after that kind of play.
Yeah, well, fortunately, we didn't do that sort of thing too often. Especially down by 4 runs.
Chad Green up in the Yankee pen.
Remember, Severino's coming off an outing in Boston where he threw 115 pitches. That was his highest total of the year. I don't think he's going to get much beyond 100 tonight.
Foul ball. It's now 2-2 on Kevin Smith.
I think Aaron Boone will take that in consideration. And not only did we throw 115 pitches, it only took 5 2/3 innings. The Red Sox, he was under pressure quite a bit in that game in Boston.
Strenuous pitches.
Yeah, exactly.
That one scoots away from Romine, and Anderson gets the second. So now he and Delmonico just switch positions.
Yeah. It looked like a wild pitch in the dirt.
And is scored as such. 3-2 on Smith. Pitch. Fouled away.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Yankee bullpen in deep right center. Looks like Chad Green's ready.
We wonder if this is Severino's last hitter regardless of the result.
Exactly.
This will be his 102nd pitch. Fly ball right field. Robinson drifts back. Makes the catch for the second out. Anderson tags, looking back, and we'll get to third. And we'll see how Aaron Boone plays this.
Yeah, he's getting near the steps, and I think he's going to give him one more. He's got Engel coming up, and Engel has struck out twice. He hasn't done much against Severino.
Gonna let him try and complete 7. You know, Severino loves to talk about the workouts he does in the offseason for these situations so that he has the velocity and the stuff to finish deep into outings.
Good slider.
0-1. Strike 2.
Another good slider.
Go back to it.
Oh, yeah. He hasn't proved he could hit it all night. He struck out twice.
Severino looking to finish this outing strongly. The 0-2. Went back to it, and that time Engel held up.
It wasn't quite close enough. That's
105 pitches for Severino. Nice bounce back outing from his recent struggles. After giving up 2 in the first, he has been very much in control. The 1-2. Another slider. That one fouled off.
if Severino can get the win tonight, it'll be a new career high, 15 wins.
Another 1-2. High with 99
It's amazing, isn't it?
on his 107th pitch. The 2-2. Outside with a slider. And the count now full on what you would think is Severino's final hitter. Here's the payoff. He got him. 98 upstairs, and Severino finishes off 7 solid with some heat. Brought to you by T-Mobile. How about the slider from Luis Severino tonight?
Yeah, we're going to feature the strikeouts that came on the slider, and look how nasty these pitchers are. Look like they're right in the middle, and then they just break right out of the zone. The White Sox flailing away. Severino, 8 strikeouts overall, but the slider was devastating.
Filthy. And then he ends his outing with a 98-mile-an-hour heater that Adam Engel could not catch up to. And gets congratulations from his teammates after 7 innings of 3-run ball. And the Yankees have gotten 3 good starts in this series.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, that Lance Lynn set the tone. Sabathia followed up, and Severino, 8 strikeouts, no walks tonight.
I was talking recently with Severino about his ability to maintain his stuff and finish outings, and we mentioned how he has that specifically in mind during his workouts in the offseason, but he also said that where he's from in the Dominican Republic is very hilly, and that helps him build up his legs to give him the strength to finish off outings and retain his velocity throughout them. Monday scoreboard, 7-3 Yankees after Robinson flies out. And have we seen Severino even more pristine and more dominant? Of course we have. But this is a nice step in the right direction tonight.
Yeah, remember, he had lost 3 straight.
And after giving up 2 runs in the first, really settled in and dealt.
Yeah, well, plus the fact the Yankees came back with 6 runs in the second
sure.
inning to relax a little bit.
4 of those coming courtesy of a Giancarlo Stanton grand slam.
Well, that was nasty from Santiago. He dropped down and drilled the fastball in the upper portions of the zone.
Yankees starters this series, 20 innings pitched, just 4 earned runs allowed, 29 strikeouts to 4 walks. Gardner slices that foul, stay alive.
And Santiago's been using multiple arm angles for Gardner here. Dropped down on that last one. Previous pitch been almost over the top. It's not that he's throwing overly hard. You saw the fastball at 89, but it's just picking it up for Gardner. This is the type of pitcher that makes you a switch hitter. Jump over the other side of the plate.
Gardner battling.
He can hang tough with the best of them. He's going to grind out at bats.
Strike 3.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that was up. And Gardner explains as much.
Estabrook's had a few tonight. Yeah, it wasn't even that close. You could see that Smith kind of brings the glove back down. Look at the New York. That's, you know, that's up in one of the high rises.
Was that his neck? Gardner obviously not happy with that call.
I don't like the umpires taking the bat out of your hand.
Gardner obviously has such a keen awareness of the strike zone.
You know, he battled that hole at bat and then all of a sudden got the bat jerked out of his hand.
Three and 1 on Stanton. Didi pretending he's in the set. Making sure the runners don't get a big lead against him. Stanton hits a towering fly ball to left. Delmonico makes the catch on the track, and Stanton just missed it. To the bottom of the 8th we go. Yankees lead by 4. quality starts, if not by definition, just by evaluation. Lance Lynn, 7 1/3 innings of 2-hit, no-run ball on Monday was terrific. CC Sabathia, 12 strikeouts and 5 2/3 innings of 1-run ball yesterday. And Luis Severino, after giving up 2 in the first, able to lock down the White Sox. Just 1 run the rest of the way, 7 innings, 8 strikeouts, no walks. Chad Green, the new Yankees pitcher, deals strike 1 to Moncada. So this start is by definition a quality start. You see the Hyundai scoreboard. Yep. 6 innings or more and 3 runs or fewer determines that statistical classification. And the Yankees this year are 43-4 when they get a quality start, which is on pace for the best winning percentage all time.
Yeah, part of the reason that happens is because they have a quality bullpen. They can nail it down from that point on.
And that's exactly what Aaron Boone was talking about today. Swing and a miss. Green fans Moncada. Now a quick word from Spectrum.
Spectrum Internet. No data caps, no contracts. Just faster speeds with better performance.
That was what Aaron Boone talked about, Kenny, when that stat was brought to light to him. And he also said, it also speaks to our good offense. He said, if you look at our offense, as good as we are, I don't think we've had that many games where we're scoring 13, 14 runs. But usually we're at least scoring 4, 5, 6, 7. So you combine that sort of offensive output with the bullpen, and yeah, if our starter gives up 3 or less, we're usually going to win.
Looked like it might have been a changeup. Chad Green doesn't throw too many of those. Whatever it was, it got up there at 89 miles per hour. He can throw it almost 10 miles per hour. He came back with another one. All right. I like that. New wrinkle.
He's talked about needing to get away from sitting on his fastball so much. Swing and a miss. Green looks sharp.
That looked like a changeup. Keeps getting strikeouts with it. Nah. Let's see, is it split grip? Can't tell if that's a split grip. Maybe. That's just another added weapon. Two up and two down. Braves got a couple more hits tonight. 6 multi-hit games in his last 9 games. He's making the push for 100 RBIs this year. He's got 1 tonight.
Just missed down and in with 97, 2-1. Sure, the Yankees would like to avoid him tonight, but Aroldis Chapman is available this evening after he was given yesterday off. Was still feeling some soreness after his 39 pitch outing in Boston.
I think if the Yankees have a 4-run lead, going to get in early, I don't think he'll pitch.
hanging out right now.
If they have a 4-run lead going into the 9th, I don't think, unless that lead evaporates a little bit.
Gardner wanted that one. Ball 4. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. So Abreu walks. Here is Palka. Big swing and a tip. 0-1.
Tried that off-speed pitch, just dropped out of the zone. I think Chad Green is starting to mix his pitches a little bit better than he was earlier when he was just relying on his heat. And he's got a good fastball, no doubt. There it is, right there. That one had a little cut to it. It ran in on the hands of Palka. 98 miles an hour.
The 2-2. Line drive, base hit, center field. Abreu will turn and head for third. Throw is cut off by Torres. And now the White Sox with something brewing with 2 outs in the 8th. After the walk to Abreu and the single by Palka.
Yeah, that one got too much of the plate. That was right down the middle. So Green's going to have to work a little bit harder here. You can see this pitch. Belt high, middle of the plate. Most major league hitters can hit that. Look at it. Head down, follow through, and right back through the middle for the base hit. Palka's a good-looking rookie hitter.
Palka, second among American League rookies in homers, only Torres better, and only Andujar and Torres ahead of him in slugging percentage for AL rookies. As Betances starts to warm now. Crowd buzzing a bit with this 2-out traffic. Ball 1. Strike 1.
So far, the Yankees have done a very good job on Garcia this series. He came in pretty hot. He's only 1 for 9. We make that 1 for 12 now in this series.
0 for 3 tonight. Two and 2. Abreu on third, Palka on first. A 4-run Yankees lead, bottom of the 8th. 25 pitches thus far for Green. The 2-2. In the dirt with 98. And the count is full. Nicky Delmonico on deck. Runner will go from first. Here's the payoff. Strike three, got him looking with high heat. 98 miles an hour, dotted upstairs and on the outside corner, and Garcia doesn't think so, as Green wiggles out of trouble. Game set with the Texas Rangers. Coverage begins at 6 o'clock with Audi batting practice today and Chevy Yankees pregame. And Michael Kay joins Kenny for the call right here on Yes and streaming live on Fox Sports Go.
Well, Michael's getting a good night's sleep.
He's gearing up for a 4-game series.
Yeah.
Jay Happ will begin things. Then it's Tanaka, Lynn, and Sabathia on Sunday. Santiago's still in there. Kenny mentioned earlier he started for a while this season, so can give the White Sox some length, because they don't want to burn anybody else in their bullpen. Now looking ahead one game further to the pitching probables. Outstanding contest lined up for Monday in the makeup game between the Yankees and Mets. Luis Severino against Jacob deGrom.
Looking at where the White Sox go from here. They don't go anywhere. Got an off day tomorrow, and then the Cleveland Indians come in over the weekend.
Hicks is homered and walked tonight. Solo shot in the 5th inning, his 19th of the year.
He jumped on a hanging breaking ball from Giolito and turned it into a souvenir in right center field.
Count full on Aaron Hicks. Chance Adams and Jonathan Holder up in the Yankee pen.
I wonder how much relief pitching Adams has done. He's been primarily a starter.
Hicks down looking, one down.
Santiago with 4 strikeouts. Hicks thought this was inside, but as we can see, it did have the corner. Barely.
$15 relief appearances in the minors for Chance Adams.
Okay.
Bird goes the other way against the shift and grounds a base hit into left.
against the shift and against the left-hander. Now there's a lot of hits on the other side of the field, particularly the way they set up defensively nowadays. Kind of right in the middle of the plate. With these type of pitches, you can do anything you want with them. Right down the middle. He was late, but it was great. He got a hit.
Had a long conversation with Greg Bird about the shift yesterday. And he said that's one of the things he thinks he'll spend time on in the offseason, is getting more comfortable both in approach mentally and swing on hitting ground balls to the opposite side and kind of going in with that plan at times in the box.
A lot of hitters don't want to give in. Yeah, they just feel, well, if I hit the ball hard enough, they're not going to get it anyway. But I think the shift bothers left-handed hitters more than it does right-handed hitters, because the second baseman could go out in short right field. Shortstop can't go out in short left field and still make a play.
And that is another aspect that Bird and I were talking about yesterday. How much different it is for lefties versus righties. Boy, Didi can't sit still, huh? He really does have the off-day Jeters.
Well, he's got the off-day energy.
Now we're talking about Chance Adams coming out of the pen. At Dallas Baptist University, he was exclusively a reliever in college.
I guess he knows his way around the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning then.
Right. Count full on Torres. Glaber's been on base 3 times tonight. A couple of walks and a single. Check on Bird, who is not much of a threat over there to run.
Nah, he's looking for his first stolen base.
The 3-2. Swing and a miss. 2 down.
5 strikeouts for Santiago. A bit impressive. Doesn't look like anything fancy. Just said if you can hit it, hit it. Right down the middle. Let's see if he tries the same approach with Andujar.
Ball 1. And Duhar walked, stole a base in the 7th. He is 0 for 3 on the night. After 3 hits yesterday, including the go-ahead ribby in the 13th. Grounded to short. Anderson deep in the hole will zing out Andujar and end the inning. The Yankees looking to lock down a 7-3 win. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Game and join Bob Lorenz, Jack Curry, and Meredith Marakovitz as they bring you highlights, analysis, and the clubhouse reaction. Plus a look ahead, the upcoming series with the Rangers. It's only on ES. Now I think Didi is doing his Jonathan Holder impression this time. Aaron Judge getting an eye. So is Kyle Higashioka. Holder on to try and finish off a 7-3 win and a sweep. What do you think? Next time Didi has an off day, we may just have to give him a GoPro for the game. He's familiar with television production, does a lot of his own video editing.
Yeah. You ever see his artwork?
It's outstanding.
It certainly is. Something's going on here with Bruce Dreckman, the second base umpire. As Steve Donahue's going to check him out. Oh, he's got a bug in his ear. That can't be fun. I saw that happen to Butch Weiniger. Now they're going to play with just three umpires. That happened. Moth flew into his ear. He was catching at the time. They couldn't get it out.
How far did that moth make it?
I have the thing about it, Ryan, that the Yankees didn't want to take him out of the game. He was the catcher. So after a while, Earl Weaver's getting impatient. I mean, he started yelling, screaming, "Get him out of here! Get somebody else!" That had to be very annoying.
Now the bug in the eye, it's not overly common, but you see it. The bug in the ear, that's a little more rare.
Yeah.
Two and two. Oh my gosh. They got it, and it's still flapping.
There goes Stevie.
You know that whole you see something different every day you go to the ballpark? Walker throws out Delmonico. Now that Stevie Donahue has to feel great about that.
He can do it all.
Ooh, ooh. Man. That's some freaky stuff.
Oh my goodness.
You don't think about it being alive in there.
You know, you come to the ballpark, you don't know what you're going to see on a nightly basis.
You're thinking a gnat?
That thing was
Not
as big
a moth.
That was as big as a Volkswagen.
In full flight. I think Stevie should be Meredith's on-field interview after the game.
Good pitch.
It's like the game, you know, uncles play with their young nephews where they, oh, I found a quarter in your ear.
Yeah.
Holder sharp. 2 down. And the Yankees an out away from a sweep of the White Sox.
Anderson helped them out there, chased the breaking ball in the dirt. We got a pinch hitter coming up. Watch this ball just drop right off the table. And Anderson can't get the scraps.
Narvaez will pinch it for Smith. Chapman's up in the Yankee bullpen just in case. One and one. There's the description from Bruce Dreckman.
How annoying can that be? That thing's flapping around inside your head.
Right. And there's not exactly a protocol for that.
Like I said, I've seen it before, though. So, but it took a lot longer. Well, maybe the instruments were as good.
Was the Butch Weiniger moth alive still too?
I didn't see it get it out. But I mean, it held up the game for a good 5 minutes. In this day and age, you know, pace of game, Stevie Donahue was a lot quicker.
And somewhere he's making Bill Nye proud. 2-2. The pitch. Lofted foul. Holder threw 12 pitches in a scoreless inning last night, the 9th, to keep the game tied and send it to extras. The 2-2. And again, Narvaez fights it off. Yankees a strike away from a sweep. Holder looking to deliver it. Pesky at bat from Narvaez, who was exactly that last night.
Narvaez, he's had 5 pinch hit at bats this year, but he doesn't have a hit. 0 for 5.
Flipped over Andujar into left field. So the game continues for at least one batter.
Now he's got one. He earned that one. He fouled off several pitches, trying to keep the game moving along. Nobody likes to make the last out. Another pinch hitter.
Ryan Lamar will hit for Adam Engel, who was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Lamar had a couple of hits last night. Runner will go on defensive indifference. The 0-1. 1-1. Lace to left, but right at Gardner. Ball game. The Yankees win it 7-3 and sweep the White Sox in Chicago. Giancarlo Stanton, a second inning grand slam to lead this Yankees offense.